Hello everyone, Fanta here. You're watching FANTAVISION, and today I've got some fantastic news. If you live near the Fort Worth area in Texas, you can go pick up, well, you can bid on and purchase a Gaylord, I quote this, a Gaylord of various PlayStation consoles. Now, I had never heard that term before. It's like a last name in one of the Fockers movies, if you know what I'm talking about. But I'd never actually heard that term before. So when I looked it up, it is apparently a very big, strong cardboard box. So what you can bid on right now is a Gaylord that contains 987 pounds of PlayStation console. That's right. 987 pounds. I absolutely love how they didn't even bother to tell you how many consoles are in there of each type or what exactly is in there besides, it's just, we're going to weigh it. We're just going to throw them all in a box. We're not going to test any of them, obviously. And we're just going to throw them on there and then weigh it. And I love how also this 987 pounds includes the pallet. So they didn't even zero out the scale before saying this is a 987 pound box. It's not. It's 987 pounds minus that pallet. So yeah, there you go. Now, what's funny is this is not the first Gaylord that this Goodwill has sold. As of the recording of this video, and there's about 4 days left of bidding, you can put in a bid for around $800 for this 987 pound box of goodies. But I'm sure it will hit a much higher price than that because they actually have already sold a massive box of video game stuff. Yeah, that's right. Shockingly, this isn't the first time that they've sold hundreds of pounds of video game stuff just thrown in a box. No, before it was a 679 pound box that was full of cords, controllers, and random video game accessories. Do you want to quickly guess? Stop the video real quick. Quickly guess what you think that box of random crap sold for. $1,500. Now, you might be thinking to yourself, well, that's a lot of stuff that they could put in that box. That is a massive Gaylord of stuff. Isn't it worth $1,500? Now, maybe, but let's take a look at some of these photos of that giant box to see if it was really worth that $1,500, just by looking at the top. Now, of course, this first picture is just the absurdly large box with all of the crap inside. The second picture, however, I can see a bunch of third-party controllers, which are usually worthless, first-party 360, N64, PS3, and Genesis controllers that have all seen better days, 360 power supply, which used to be pretty pricey, but now isn't. Let's move on to the third picture, which has a switch dock in it, which is actually still worth around $47 plus, if it works. And that could also mean that there are some newer things in this box. We're not sure what's in this box, but we're looking at this top to see if there are any clues. Now, that switch dock may be great and all, but we're also seeing a Skylanders portal on here. And this is the first gen Skylanders portal, so it's not going to be worth anything at all. I think it's about $6 on eBay, which really just shows how much junk could be in here. And more first and third party controllers, all surrounded by a horrible rat's nest of cables. Now the fourth picture is mostly the same stuff, as well as some Wii accessories. The fifth picture, this has got a brand new 360 Wi-Fi adapter. These things used to be $100, but now they go for about $20 used and $40 new. Now, I'm not going to lie, there's definitely some interesting stuff on the top of this box, and I'm sure there's a lot more cool stuff underneath, and I would love to go digging through it. However, I don't think that you're going to find $1,500 worth of value in here, and if you do, think about all of the time and effort you're going to have to go through just to clean these controllers up, untangle. Okay, you could not pay me enough to untangle 600 pounds of cables and cords and stuff. I mean, that's what a lot of that weight is coming from. The metal inside those cords and cables is really adding to it. I mean, that power supply itself I'm sure there's a couple of those at least in there. Those are all going to be very heavy and adding to that weight. And I think it's just going to be a bunch of junk in there. But I mean, if you really had no life, you had all the time in the world, sure, you could make back that money and more. I just don't think it's worth it, especially when you factor in, if you're going by like, pay per hour type thing, you're probably going to make less than minimum wage by selling everything in that box, let alone the fact that you already spent $1,500 on it. On the other hand, this 987-pound box of PlayStation consoles would be a lot easier to organize and to take out and kind of at least take inventory of, where it would take months for that other box. However, if you think about it, all of that, even just the cleaning, is going to take at least a couple weeks. And then to fix the broken consoles and test them, because remember, there are no cables in this box. This is just a box of systems. If you want the cables, you got to buy the other box. So if you are just going through and testing all these things, I mean, yeah, you got to just get the types of cables for each, which wouldn't be too expensive. But then you got to plug each individual system in. You have to try a game on it. You got to try all these different various testing things. And it's going to take up so much time just turning them on. And then if the console doesn't work and you deem it worthy of putting in that effort of fixing, it's going to take even more time. Now, we do see a PlayStation 4 console on top of this box, which means there could be more PlayStation 4s in there, or they just put that PlayStation 4 on top, and that's the only one. They're like, oh, well, maybe people will think that there's more underneath, but it's really just a bunch of PlayStation 1s and 2s and other systems that really aren't worth the time and effort to fix and sell. Especially considering this thing's probably going to sell about $1,500 to $2,000, again, just like the other one. I don't know, guys. I don't think it's actually worth bidding on it, but I did find it incredibly interesting and wanted to talk it through with you guys. Please, please comment down below if you have any interest in buying this thing, if you're going to buy this thing, or if you think I'm wrong and it really is worth the money to buy these two crazy huge boxes and fix all the things in it and resell it. Maybe you've bought something like this before. I could be completely wrong here. But from what it looks like, especially with that first box, it seems like way more effort than what it's actually worth. And if you do buy this, or you bought that other box, and you're for some reason seeing this video, please contact me. Please DM me pictures of all of that stuff just laid out, or show me the giant rat's nest ball of cables. I would love to do a follow-up video on this if I get contacted by the people. I doubt I will. But if I do, I'll definitely do a follow-up video. And of course, definitely do like this video if you guys liked it. Subscribe for more content. And as always, have a fantastic day. See you, everybody.